Well, I'm going to at least finish my lunch
Okay, you finish
before
your
we have
lunch.
to figure that out.
It's delicious.
Do you think you can convince them to give you an alcoholic drink while you're
um, while V considers that, I would like to go back to Milo, because Milo.
Right.
Let's see.
Okay. So. He was left off on the balcony, having just finished his phone call.
Yep.
Alright, I guess first thing he would do is he would head also for that main reception area, because what he wants to do is try to find out who the owner of the premiere ball was, because he's got a kind of mixed story from the kid as to what went down, and he knows that if he lost his Pokeball or any of his Pokeballs, he'd want, someone to try to find him. So.
For sure. So you head down there. Are you gonna go to ask the search desk or the help desk?
Yes, I will walk up. Hi, excuse me. I have a question.
Definitely enough votes. What? Sorry. Sorry.
Oh.
No, I was just contemplating my own mortality. That's not something you need to think about yet. I don't think. There's definitely enough boats on the ship to save all of us in case it goes down. What were you gonna say?
Well, I didn't have that fear until just now, so now I'm kind of focused on that. No, hold on. Shaking that off. Riding past it. Water off my back. Okay, here we go. I found this, and he's going to take out the premiere ball from his bag on one of the decks, and I kind of heard somebody yelling and kind of like cursing and saying some pretty mean things, so I don't really know if like they threw it away or just dropped it. But I guess, has anybody reported like a missing Pokemon?
She kind of glances over, looks at her computer, types a couple of things in, and goes, I'm not seeing anything in our lost and found registry about a Pokemon, but I mean, I can definitely take it for you, and we'll just keep it until somebody claims it, and if nobody does after about a month, we'll hand it over to the shelter.
Yeah, those shelters are all sorts of, I'm actually a Pokemon trainer, so I'll hold on to it and just kind of keep my ears open. Maybe if I hear that familiar voice, I'll know who its owner was. And here, let me give you the room number we're in and my phone number, and that way if anybody contacts you about it, you can reach out to me.
Oh,
if that works.
I think we're technically supposed to take it if it's lost, but,
Do we know it was lost? It could have been discarded.
roll a persuasion check.
Oh, God. Milo.
I believe in you, Milo.
11.
She kind of glances over at the security guard, who seems to be distracted, looks over at you, looks at your pitiful face, and goes, okay, please write down your room number, and just don't tell anybody, and if you can't find anybody by the time we arrive after you get off the ship, please return the bowl here, because I'm technically supposed to, keep lost items. So, but I agree about the shelter thing, so just,
Yeah. They're so overrun. Thank you. Hopefully I'll find him soon. I'm just gonna go kind of, I guess, ask around, and he'll write down the room number and his cell phone number.
Okay.
And...
All right.
And then he's gonna call Acacia. He's gonna walk out onto the decks and then call Acacia because he likes looking out over the ocean.
Okay.
Because I like looking out over the ocean.
All right. In which case, you call Acacia, and you get like a matching background set with Acacia because their background is a bunch of clouds because they're currently still flying. Your background is kind of some clouds and like the edge of the cruise ship. As you're holding your phone, they answer, kind of fumble it a little bit, and go, yep. What's happening now? What's the new emergency?
Well, it's not really an emergency.
Oh, good.
What do you know about determining what Pokemon's in a Pokeball without being able to open the Pokeball? Do you know if we can do that?
Gonna scratch their head and go, well, if you want to find out, and if you already registered that Pokeball, you could just look in your Pokedex and connect that Pokeball to your Pokedex, and if it's not your Pokeball, and not registered to your Pokedex, you have to go look it up in a Pokemon Center, I think, probably, or you could just, let the Pokemon out, I guess.
I tried opening it. It didn't want to open.
They kind of get a really weird look and go, what do you mean it didn't want to open?
I mean, I tried to open it, and the light on the front just flashed red a few times.
Keisha kind of narrows their eyes, goes, huh.
I figured it was just, like, I don't know, locked to the trainer, and because I wasn't wearing the right trainer ring, that it just didn't open, but is that not right?
Is it damaged somehow?
He'll kind of, like, look it over. Does it look damaged?
It looks a little bit scratched up. Definitely seems to have suffered more scratches than, like, a safety boat would probably do to it. But it doesn't look overtly damaged. From your phone, Acacia kind of considers and goes, well, there's, if the button of the Pokeball is flashing red, that usually is code for, like, some sort of error. Now, that might mean that the inner mechanism is broken, or it might just mean that the Pokemon inside is... I mean, no, it can't... It probably would not be like that, but... I don't know. No, that couldn't be right.
What? No, I mean, what do you... He's got, like, this really concerned look on his face.
They kind of...
Super furrowed brow.
Yeah. They kind of glance down at you and look back up and go, well, like I said, either the mechanism is broken and there's no Pokemon inside, the Pokeball's just damaged, or sometimes if there's a Pokemon inside and it's not registered to the Pokeball, it could also do that. That doesn't make any sense. Pokemon usually don't go into Pokeballs unless somebody kept the Pokeball and unregistered it and never actually released the Pokemon.
I would trap it in there forever, wouldn't it?
Well, technically, Pokemon that are strong enough, even if they, are tired, and with enough time, they are usually able to break out. The only reason they don't come out is if they don't want to come out. Technically, being inside a Pokeball keeps them in a stasis, but that doesn't mean they're fully unconscious. You kind of have probably guessed this from putting your own Pokemon inside Pokeballs. They're partially aware of what's going on outside, although most of the time it's just a peaceful in-between state for them.
Yeah, I like to think of it like taking a nap.
Yeah, kind of. Sensory deprivation chamber plus nap. It's not a bad thing necessarily, but it's definitely possible to break out of a Pokeball, or at least their face sours for a moment, because at least it should be.
Well, if that's the case, then hold on. I'll kind of take his phone and bring up the Pokedex app. Can I guess associate the Pokeball with my own trainer ID?
You can try. Let's see. Oh, that's an interesting point.
That's what I love.
Roll me an Arcana check. Or an intelligence check, I would also allow.
Well, I have Arcana proficiency, so natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Damn, okay.
Guys, we've each had vignettes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You had a 19, not a 20, but...
Kid had a natural 20 on perception, I think, at one point.
Yeah,
He also had one to escape the train.
That's right. You bring up the Pokeball, and at first it's like, you need to have permission from the other trainer in order to initiate trade. Trainer not registered. Error. And you, like, kind of go, you get out of that window. You go around with Acacia kind of helping you as you're on the phone. They kind of suggest a couple of
Picture.
things. Yeah. Eventually
Here,
you manage.
I can share my phone screen with you.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hold on. All right. If I just do this. Right. Okay. Type in your trainer number. Okay. Thanks.
Yep, there we go.
There. Got it. Okay. This should at least be a temporary solution. I don't know if it'll hold up, but sure. Oh, there we go. And you see that another Pokemon has been registered under your, like, party, because your Pokedex also keeps track of that.
Yeah. I'm like waiting for Roll20 to update. I don't know if it's gonna show up there. I don't know how quickly it updates.
Oh, hold on. I gotta update it. That's the thing. But yeah, it registers to your Pokedex, so now you should be able to... Would you like to just see what it is, or would you like to first open it up and release it?
I would like to open it up and release it. Wait, Scratch.
In our room, maybe?
Frick, go to our room. Open it up and release it.
Okay.
I had the same thought at the same moment.
Go, whoever you are! Wee.
He'll kind of like look down at it registered under his name, and he'll stop the screen sharing.
Actually, roll me an Arcana to see if you recognize the Pokemon that it is.
Ooh, okay. This is from a different gen. That's pretty cool. That's going to be 12.
It seems somewhat familiar. So let me see. I'm just gonna do this real quick. I wonder if it'll work. Or if it will fuck up my thing again. You open up the ball, and this time instead of flashing red 3 times, it actually registers. You hear a small ping, and then it bursts open, and a Rockruff appears in the center of your room.
No.
Oh hell yeah! That's what our boy wanted.
As soon as it does so, it crouches, as if it's like trying to avoid something, and then looks around and turns around towards you. One of its ears, interestingly enough, is like white, and it has like a little sock on its paw as well. Not a real sock, but like, you know. It glances over, spots you, and you see its eyes kind of like flash in fear right before it scampers directly out of sight and under your bed.
Milo's just gonna sit down on the floor, and he's just gonna leave the Pokeball kind of opened in front of him. Hey there, little guy. It's okay. You don't need to be afraid. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Well, I'm reassigning this thing to you. Milo. You get no response.
He'll just wait. He's a very patient boy.
Okay. I think I should have reassigned it to you. Yep, okay.
Yeah, I see him now.
Name him Socks.
Yeah, I love it. Oh my god.
You wait. How long do you wait?
First, as long as it takes. I will wait until they come back. He'll give it probably about 10 minutes of sitting cross-legged, just speaking gently every like minute or so, like it's okay. Everything's okay. And then he'll take, probably after the first minute, take out some food, like Pokemon food from his bag, put it out in front of him.
Okay. I want you to
And then
roll
if that
me...
still doesn't work, then he'll bring out I mean, he's got a whole list of...
Yeah. I want you to roll me 2 things. First is an insight check, and then another one is a Pokemon handling check at disadvantage.
Okay. Insight is a 7. But it's fine, because that was just clearing the way for the other 2.
This tracks because not only did we all roll well, we also all rolled kind of shit on side things.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't know why this thing doesn't like you, but it, like, clearly hates your guts, or at least you think it does. It doesn't come out. You look under the bed, you kind of offer it a couple of treats, you roll them across the ground towards it so that you don't have to approach and, like, startle it, but all you see is just a couple of blue eyes staring back out at you from under the bed. It doesn't move. It has holed itself up in the back under your bed and is just staring.
it's so rough because like I know what's up, and it's so frustrating. Okay, he'll kind of just like tilt his head to the side and be like, okay, let's see. I don't want to use either one of these. It could be threatening. Man, we've had time to grow together, right, Piper? And he'll take Piper out. He'll release her.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh no, Piper!
Hell yeah, double Piper.
Double Piper. 2 Pipers.
Why
And then
is
he'll
she
just
half
kind of
health?
start.
There we go.
I don't know. He'll just kind of feed her a little bit, and then just be like, "There's another friend of ours like, hiding under the bed. Maybe you could talk to him. I didn't want to. I don't know. He seems really upset."
She kind of tilts her head a little bit, glances at you, looks up at you, cleans her wing a little bit, looks back at you, looks under the bed, does the little like bird hop across the room, and tilts, like twists her entire neck. You know how birds, when they're trying to look at something, can like do almost an entire 360, but to the other, upside down. Peers under the bed. You hear a little bit of like scratching, like nails against floorboards, but Rockruff doesn't come out. She kind of looks at it, looks back at you, hops back towards you, sadly, probably eats one of the treats that you left by the bed on the way.
Yeah. As she eats it, he'll just kind of scruffle her head, thinking, okay, well, I know. Okay. Buddy, where we are right now is kind of in the middle of the ocean. So, the safest place for you is right there, which is actually my buddy Kid's bed. So, you can just stay right there, and I'm going to do this, and he's going to take the premier ball, and he's going to kind of move over so that the Rockruff can see it, and he's going to step on it, and he's going to like kind of hold it down with one foot and just crack it along the dome like he saw Kid do.
Okay,
I'm going to get rid of this, okay?
roll me a strength check.
Come on! That's a 16, because I should have been
yeah,
a disadvantage.
Yeah, get on.
You
Break
kind
that
of,
ball.
you step on it slowly, you begin to apply pressure, you're like, this is definitely going to scratch these expensive floors, but you don't care at this point, so you just keep applying it, and you see it crack, and it cracks at the hinge, as well as beginning to crack at the dome as well, until it just kind of splits apart, and just becomes inert. There's
So you're not...
no answer, but go ahead.
Yeah. You're not stuck anywhere or to anyone. Well, you're kind of stuck on this boat. But once we get to port, then you can go wherever you want to go, okay? And if you want, he's going to take out one of the type Pokeballs that he has, his one remaining one. He's just going to set that down on the ground. And if you want, you can come with us, with me and my friends, or we can leave the Pokeballs out of it and just bring you into the wild and let you go home. Whatever you want to do. And then he's just gonna like pick himself up. But for right now, why don't you get some rest and get some food, and I'll come back and check on you in a little bit.
Okay. Are you going to leave Piper
No, he'll
out in
take
the
Piper
room?
with him.
Okay.
Because Piper will eat all the food.
Piper is eyeing the food, like, is for me? Is for me?
Is for me.
Here, you get here. He'll give her a cherry berry just so that she can have a little bit of a treat, and then he'll back into her Pokeball.
Okay.
And then he'll leave the room, but he'll make sure he locks the door behind him.
Okay, sounds good. So you've left some food, and where's the Pokeball? Are you...
The type Pokeball?
Yeah, the type Pokeball. Did you leave that out or no?
Yep, just sitting right there in the middle of the floor.
Okay. Sounds good. I think
if there are do not service signs, there is a do not disturb sign on the door that just says do not disturb, like, don't
open
housekeeping,
my room.
please stay out, all that good stuff.
Go away.
We will fight you if you come in.
We're armed.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, you can definitely put one of those on there. That's not a problem. I say this is probably a good time for you all to start reconvening. Milo, as you get outside of the door, do I have like a hallway for you all to be in? Sure, why not? Hallway! As you get out of the hallway, you turn around and you see V walking down the hall, and right behind V is probably gonna be Kid. Kid, where's your token? Where's your... Hold on.
Where are you?
You probably put him in darkness because you had.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little skimp.
You are. You rolled so well for stealth that you just are gone from the entire map. But yeah, you guys all reconvene at this time. You two see Milo very carefully backing away out of the room, locking it, and then putting a do not service sign on it.
Oh, did you find the clink?
Me? Wait, Clink? What? They're Clink?
Okay, so we can check Clink off. We can reconvene on that. What's up? What's in the room?
So there might be a rock hiding under your bed. It's kind of a long story. He looks around. Are we in like an empty hallway? Are there security guards nearby? Like, how private of a space are we in?
Sure, I'll say it's private because the security guard walked off to, have a nap somewhere else.
And turned into a Team Rocket grunt.
Oh no!
Could I mention the Clink and before the security guard runs off and ask him where they normally get to if they get on the ship? Because I might have seen some Clink on the train ride.
Oh, you want to talk to the security guard?
Yeah, just before he goes walking away.
Sure.
Because it sounds like those other two people knew that they pick passengers up unwittingly, so maybe they know.
The security guard, who I will put back on here because you have summoned him again, and also I forgot that there was a little Team Rocket grunt built into this map. Stops partway and goes, Clink, kind of scratches his chin a little bit and goes, I don't think we got any Clink over here. We had a Joltic infestation a while ago, but...
Oh no, you definitely... There were two. You for sure have at least two.
Clink, really? Two? Where did they go? Where did you see them?
Cute little gear guys. They were down along the tracks for the train.
Oh, dang! On the ride? Did they attack you or something?
No, when we were wrapping up, I heard a little clinking. I'm sure you won't tell anyone that I might have backtracked and put eyes on what the sound was, but there were two Clink back a little ways near the end of the ride.
Oh, dang it! All right, I'll go ahead and let somebody know. I'll let our engineers know. God knows those guys don't ever do anything. All right. Thanks.
I mean,
for
if you want, oh, damn, how did you know my name? But also,
what?
if you want, I don't mind going on a Clink hunt.
I think,
Are we here for this? Do we
yeah, I'm presuming that, I don't know. Kid, did you talk about this?
Oh yeah, this was literally Milo, when Milo said that it wasn't Clink, it was a rock ruff, but the guy started walking away. That was when Kid kind of flagged him down.
Okay.
Not to interrupt Milo, but just because I mean they're down there. We're kind of VIPs. I'm sure they wouldn't mind us, helping out.
Well, we also have licenses to deal with these exact kind of problems because dealing with Pokemon infestations is what trainers do, and we have Pokemon that are specifically trained to deal with these types of situations. And we're also cheap because we're children.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if I really condone child labor, but sure, maybe I'll talk to my supervisor, and if they can't take care of it, maybe we'll ask you three. But I mean, it seems like a shame to make guests work, so I don't know if they'd really be.
No,
it's not work.
It's not work. Don't worry about it. This is what we set out on our adventure to do. This is fun for us.
Also,
If you want to
said something
entertain
about
your VIPs, this is how you do it.
You said something about a Joltik infestation. Where is that?
Oh,
Is that also down?
it kind of looks uncomfortable. I probably shouldn't have said that in front of you guys. That's probably not something that guests should know about. I'm sorry. If you could just keep that on the DL for me, that'd be real great.
I mean, I won't tell anybody if you tell me where they are.
Oh,
I mean, there's also there's the what is it with lawyers? If you hire us, then technically we'd work for you and we'd be sharing the same interest in that regard. So it would be in our best interest to not tell anyone about the
Right?
Joltik infestation and potential Clink infestation. Well, no, confirmed Clink infestation and potential Joltik infestation. Got
I
those
think both
backwards.
of them are confirmed.
It sounds like they're both pretty confirmed. And if we weren't being employed
Right.
by the cruise ship, that could definitely cause some
oh,
I don't know.
News,
And it doesn't need to be a
travel.
lot. How about 2,000 polka dollars each, and we'll go down there and take care of all of it. You don't even need to talk to anyone else.
I don't. Oh boy, I don't really think I have the authority to hire anybody. Least of all children. Least of all Pokemon trainers. I'm kind of just
Or
hired
freelance. It's
for.
fine.
Yeah, well, that's if you all want. I can go ahead and walk you downstairs to where the train was, and you can tell the engineer, and you can pitch your pitch to her, because she'd know about it better than I do. But I'm not really. He's kind of like putting his hands up because you guys are cornering him in between.
Yeah, we're cornered pretty bad.
You know, sure. Take us to the head engineer.
all right. Okay.
How much? Hold on. How much time do we have before dinner? And V looks at his phone.
You don't have a lot. You have maybe about 2 hours, but
We can at least get the pitch in. Get the job started, and we'll head down there after dinner.
all right. That's fine. I guess. Sure. Yeah. Follow me. Oh boy. Okay. Sure. You go down to the again something I didn't plan for, but sure. Why not? Why the fuck not? Yeah. Let's just.
We got Pokemon to hunt now.
You do.
I want a Joltik. They're so cute.
Oh my God. That first was a 19 on the die. That was a 26
Right.
animal handling.
You probably may have figured it out, but it's gonna be a disadvantage for a while.
I know. He's so. Oh my God, my poor heart.
Okay, so give me 1 second. I just need to add some more. What's up?
Before we leave, Milo's gonna run back and he's going to. God, I guess I'd probably have a camping bowl, like a cooking bowl for my camping gear, and he'll put out water as well as the food.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I saw my canteen and went, he might be thirsty. It might be thirsty. I don't even know yet. It scampered away so fast.
Yep. We'll get to that roll in a little bit. You guys head downstairs, and I will get a. Let's go down here. You guys head downstairs to the little train tracks. It's pretty easy to get down there. There's already some people loading up onto the train, which you can't see because I have not put them there yet. But the poor guy that you have essentially bullied into letting you on here takes you down there and then immediately leaves you to the head engineer, who you see is basically a lady with her hair in a very tight bun. She's relatively tall. She approaches you and kind of listens to him go, well, these little folks here, they wanted to help with some clink infestation or something, and they'll tell you. Okay, sorry, bye. And he just scampers away. And she,
Poor guy.
yeah, she kind of shakes her head a little bit and goes, "Clink? What? We don't have a what? Hold on.
You do. You've got Clink. I saw him.
I trust
Yeah,
you.
at least 2 Clink. I did hear somebody mention something about a Joltik infestation. He's actually giving the other person a really hard time about why he couldn't believe that you had Clink, and mentioned something about a Joltik holding like a wrench, and at the thought of that, pretty funny, but kind of besides the point.
She kind of scratches her head a little bit and goes, have you been talking to Jared? Because he's the one that's always been on and on about this. Well, listen, I appreciate the heads up, but, I can just get one of my guys on this. It's good to know. Can you tell me where you saw them? And I'll just ask, probably Jared, or maybe not Jared would be better to check it out.
Well, you probably want to follow me real quick. Yeah, kid's gonna backtrack back to where he was, even though it's probably not going to be good, because he does want to point out that there's a lot of fucked up wires in that one little spot, and he doesn't know if that's important or not.
She follows you to the edge of the tracks, and then I'm presuming you climb down. Oops, I put you on the track. I'm presuming as you climb down.
We would just follow. We would, like, no hesitation, jump down on the tracks after Kid.
Hold on a second. You're not allowed to go over there. That's not... You're not allowed to go over there. Oh, the train's about to start, also, and that's not safe.
Also,
we got time before it gets over here. Don't worry, come on.
Well, no, hold on.
Just be fair.
You can just tell me where you... Wait, if you saw them over there, how did you get over there? You're not allowed to be over there.
Look, there's damage. Now's not the time. I don't know how serious it was. One of them was actually actively messing up some wires, and I tried to stop it.
They what?
But it ran. It got scared, I think.
Oh my god. She pulls out a map. She like almost physically tries to yoink you back up onto the from the tracks, and then she pulls out a map and she goes, can you just show me on this map where you saw them? And you see that it shows a basically, not a perfectly circular, but like a semi-circular map of where the train goes to. And she's like...
having a day.
Yeah.
Kid will try to do his best to point out that little room that they were in with all the machinery, but I cannot promise that Kid will be able to point that out without, like, physically going there.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's just the one thing that Kid was able to find with his short little, trek back from this ending point. According to what he told us, we have no idea.
I could hear some. There. Yeah, I could. What had happened? I think they were using the train as cover, because the sounds of the actual train running down the track kind of drowned it out. But when it had stopped, I could hear it. That's why I doubled back.
Well, that's very strange. I'm sorry, if there is some Pokemon on the tracks, that's very concerning, because they should not be doing that. I have to go and call the train off. Please don't move from here. I will be right back, and after I actually turn off the train and cancel the rest of the tours, I will happily go with you, but just hold on a second. And she runs off, and she goes, tour's canceled, please get off the train, go now, and she disappears up the stairs.
As she's running away, Milo goes,
the train.
There could be Clank or Galvantula. Your mechanics are ill-equipped for this job, let us do it! Okay, well, hopefully that works. Yeah, I figure we're probably just gonna go, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, are you trying to sneak off? Because the people who are getting off the train are, like, grumbling, and one of them is looking at you going, oh, where are those kids going?
V just walks off.
Okay.
Milo takes out his Pokemon license and flashes it like a police badge. Official trainer business, don't worry about it.
One of the older men is like, yep, checks out to me. Anyway, alright.
We're just gonna be gone when she comes back.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, even Milo wanted to do it, so as soon as V started to leave, Milo was like, yep, I don't want to deal with her.
So yeah, I'm glad both of you are on board, because the second she started walking away, like, my first instinct is, we're not gonna just wait.
No.
Kid will squeeze by, like, follow me, I'll show you, come on.
Oh yeah, let's go.
stay close. Keep your ears open. Keep your eyes open.
All right.
Also, V is like very intently searching to see if he sees any little Joltics.
Okay.
Alright, so
Milo's
right
gonna take
here,
out Lou just in case, so we don't get
Mhm.
dropped on.
right here was where those guys were talking about Joltics.
Okay.
But not like that they were in there, they were just in there talking about it. And up this
Are
way.
they still in there? Should we talk to them?
I mean, maybe.
Jared,
just wanna-
Jared didn't sound very smart, but
He's just gonna run up here just to show you guys that. Cause he's not an intelligent character, so I cannot tell you if it is important things that the Clank were fucking up. Just that.
I mean, if they were fucking up anything on the boat, I'm sure it was important.
yeah, they tend to. Actually, what would Milo know about them?
You can roll an Arcana if you
Like,
like.
if there's something on
Oh,
the boat
20.
and it's fucked up, that's probably bad.
They like consume machinery, right?
Give me one
I'm trying
second
to remember.
see.
I'm looking up their Pokedex entries.
Dude, this Kulink character sheet is just fucked forever now. I built this thing and it's just gone. It's just gone.
It's just dead.
I mean that's
I
fine.
did Clink 5e and it didn't come up with anything, and I was very confused. I'm like, what?
No, hold on, let me double check. What you know about Clank with a 20? It is not written in your Pokedex necessarily, and you wouldn't know even from reading that it eats metal. You know that it is generally found in caves, and you know that although it is not an electric type, it can generate its own electricity by spinning, which is its primary form of locomotion. But you don't know anything about eating metal necessarily. And you think that they're probably not
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you walk past the staircase that leads down. This is not the same staircase that Kid went down, but Kid, you're presuming it leads to the same room because you're pretty sure you saw like a second staircase.
Yeah.
So it depends. It's up to you guys if you want to go down there or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kid will definitely, because he's assuming that was that second staircase, so he's going down here because he thinks that's what it is. Could be wrong. But
I mean, it would make, I guess, more sense if it were Joltik eating the cables, right? Because
Maybe.
I
It's
figured.
kind of
okay, yeah. So there was one in the pit right here, and he kind of points at all the wires and stuff, and then there was one hanging out on this little set of machinery.
And go.
V will crouch down. Well, V's gonna crouch down in front of the pit and kind of like he'll shine his flashlight off his phone down there for a minute, but then he kind of just sticks one hand down there to try to like rustle anything out.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, V. Okay. You stick your hand in there, and first of all, you get your finger pinched in something. Not something that's moving. You just, unfortunately, got it in there, and you're like, ah, shit, that's gonna sting. You also find a bunch of loose stuff, and you pull it out, and you're like, well, I'm not a mechanical engineer, and I don't know if that was
But that seems
important.
bad.
Yeah. But
Just
no
gonna put
clue if
that
that was
here.
supposed to be loose or not.
Well, it's loose now.
Can I just take a look around? Is there anything moving around in this room? Did they return and are hiding?
Sure, roll me a perception check.
19.
19. You look around the room. You don't see anything moving. You peer pretty closely. Kid points out where they were before to you, and they're not there anymore. But as you're looking around, you notice that you and Kid both, as you're kind of inspecting it, that there is in fact more damage here than maybe should be. There's a couple of the cables that seem to have been purposefully ripped out. Not eaten, necessarily, but just like purposefully ripped out and kind of sabotaged. And as you look over on this machine here, you notice that there's a couple of things flashing up on it. It's pretty low tech. It's not like a touchscreen or anything, but there's a couple of generator icons, and one of them is like, this generator low, this generator disconnected, etc.
Seems right.
Damn, gang, I don't think we should be right here.
You know, I'm starting to think that the Pokemon might not be the only thing sabotaging the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
But I don't want to be the one blamed for whatever this is. It's just not Pokemon based.
Yeah. Okay, so you said you saw the Clink go somewhere, right? Can you lead us that way?
They skedaddled up here, and he'll kind of trek back up the stairs. This is where I actually came in.
Okay, because you're right. We should not be here in case she comes here.
Yep.
And when I came out, I didn't hear anything from this way, like where the train would be coming from.
Yeah.
But I also didn't really hear anything from this way either, right?
Yeah, you kind of guessed. You didn't hear anything from this direction. You went in this direction, and you did discover that vent that they could have possibly gone down, but it was kind of up to chance. You know, there's two ways they could have possibly gone. It's not a big tunnel, so.
Do we want to explore
maybe we
the vent?
go. I mean, the only way we're going to do that is send our tiny Pokemon through them. But we can go run and knock on that door and check in with Jared and whoever Jared's friend was and see if they know anything.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Were any of the generator warnings like generator overloaded, generator danger?
Bad.
Or was it all like power was failing?
Power was primarily failing, and it was very specifically like the power was low, and you were like, why is the power low? Maybe it's the Joltix, but it was more like these several generators have been disconnected, and it wasn't anything that seemed to have affected the overall integrity of the ship. But then again, you're not an engineer. There was nothing,
Right.
I will say this, there was nothing flashing that's like danger, imminent explosion, you know.
Okay.
Danger,
I'm still
danger,
of the
Milo
opinion
Robinson.
that anything that is on the ship should probably be working.
Is important.
Yeah, you know.
That's where I'm at.
Maybe the Clink were trying to fix it. Maybe they noticed something was amiss.
Maybe.
Okay. You go back up the stairs, and Kid, are you trying to sneak, or are you just going bunk, gunk, 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 gunk?
Oh no, we're going to talk to him. We're probably just gonna walk right up to it and knock.
Yeah. Yeah. He was gonna walk up and knock on the door.
V, can you roll me a really quick, just a straight up D20? Okay.
17.
You walk up to the door and you knock on the door. Gunk, gunk, gunk. There's no answer. There's also no voices in there.
Think they might have left.
Is it unlocked? Try the handle.
You try the door handle and it is unlocked. There doesn't appear to be a lock on this door.
Okay, so
Are there any bodies when we walk in? Do we need to walk out fast, or is everything cool?
You walk
is everyone dead?
Yeah, you walk into the room and you see that it is a kind of a general, what do you call it? Like a gosh, I'm forgetting. I forget all words whenever I'm DMing.
Right?
I know,
Feel it.
right?
Observation deck, but like for machinery. So they have like video cameras all around, basically set up on equipment. just monitoring things, just like a monitoring room, to check on levels, power levels, if everything is functioning, if all the vents are functioning, etc. And a couple of chairs and a couple of cups of coffee that seem to, be partially drunk. But aside from that, the room is empty. There is also another door on the other end of it, but this one does appear to have a lock on it.
What about the cameras? Are there or any of the cameras have movement, or the dudes on one of the cameras? Did they notice something being amiss to go to fix it? Can we see?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Can I give him advantage? Because I was thinking the exact same thing.
Sure. Yeah, you're both looking at the cameras. Well, V sits around in a spinny chair and spins.
I'm guessing V's probably doing the same.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. Okay, 24. Yeah, you look around at all the cameras. You do see that there is no movement. You see that the train is still in its tracks. It has not moved. You glance around for the clink. No sign of the clink. You do see... you don't know if it's Jared. You don't remember the guys ever introducing themselves.
They're both Jared at this point.
They're both Jared, yes. It's Jared 1 and Jared 2. You do see one of them walking along a side of tracks, kind of scratching his head. He pauses for a second, almost seems like he's listening to something, and then he just continues to walk. Immediately appears, not immediately, but pretty quickly appears on a different camera, walking in a seemingly different direction, but that's how cameras work. And then you see him pause and then check the map and then go up a set of stairs. And as he goes up the set of stairs, you don't see him physically opening any door because it's kind of outside of the camera's range of motion. But a second later, you begin to see some sort of dark, black, smoke, almost pouring liquid, down the stairs.
Okay.
Are there any buttons or things that look like intercoms? Can we try to check in with Jared 1 and Jared 2?
Can you go ahead and roll me an intelligence check to try to figure out which ones those are?
Yes, better than charisma. I will say that, not by much.
Nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, with you looking... I mean, Milo and V can also try to make a check,
Yeah,
but
I was going to ask, could I do
you can also try to, yeah, you can also try to make an investigation.
Okay.
They're not labels is the problem. Okay. Wow.
Ray lives, guys.
Natural 24. Or natural 20. They kind of cancel each other out. So you see a couple of buttons, and Milo, you're looking around, and V's like, it's definitely this one. And Milo's like, nope, wait, hold on. You find a couple of buttons that you think could be it, but...
I don't know which room it's going to go to. I mean, I think this one opens it up to this channel, but honestly, I've never been on a boat at all.
I mean, just press it and find out.
Yeah. He'll just click the button. Hello? Jared 1? Jared 2? Can you hear us? We don't know what Jared's not Jared's name is, so you're both Jared now. Can you hear us?
There's a little bit of static. There's no answer.
Okay. I'm going to guess I either did that wrong and confused a lot of people because I just alerted the ship to strangeness. Or they're unconscious. Should we... Do we know where that is on the tracks, relative?
So I didn't see any other stairs on the half that I got out of the train. So it's probably the front half of the track somewhere.
Okay.
Right. I mean, we could just run along the track, I guess.
Well, yes. V, we will be running past the ocean. Do we want to go that way, or do we want to back past people?
Maybe I'll just stay here and see if they come back.
Well, that's the thing. If we go back this way, we can cover that front half of the track because all of this back half up to like way up here is stuff that I did walk by, and there weren't any more piles of stairs.
So it's got to be somewhere like right.
Yeah, it'll be.
Of the map.
Yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be faster for us to, dodge the train over here and circle around that way and see if maybe it's somewhere over there before we get to the glass.
Then let's try to move quickly. Stay close to the oh god, what is it? Like the platform, so that we can hopefully stay out of sight. Use the train as cover, and let's try to not be spotted, because if there are going to be people anywhere, they're going to be right there.
Right.
All right. You should probably come back in your Pokeball for right now, Lou. I'll pull you out in just a second.
Okay.
Back. Just because it'll be easier without an extra pair of paws.
Yeah. That's fair. You begin to rush down the track. Somebody else roll me a d20 to see if you can outrun the main engineer.
Do it, Milo. Do it. You just rolled a nat 1 and I rolled a 2. You got a 20. I trust you.
Right. Nice.
All right.
Damn it, Milo.
Milo, you guys.
It's a life.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a living. You begin to run down the track back towards the train, and as you get close enough, you begin to hear echoing voices, the familiar voice of the engineer going, and they said it was here, so I told them to just wait and... Fuck, where did they go? Fuck, they better have gotten bored and gone back to their rooms. Oh no, oh shoot.
Can we sneak by? Can we sneak by?
This is going on my record. You glance around the corner. Roll me a perception check. You guys are probably somewhere around like here at this point. You glance around the corner.
I can't see you ping.
Oh no, I'm just moving your tokens. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You glance around the corner and you see the main engineer is back with another person, and they're looking around the area, and there's not a lot of room for you guys to sneak through. You can try it, but there's 2 of them, and it'll be a pretty high roll. It's up to you. This entire
either that or we'd be like, hey, we've been here the whole time, but also there's black smoke or something, and that seems bad. Over that way. Let's go check it out.
I say we just let them know that we went to go chat with Jared while we waited, and they weren't there, but there's black smoke on this screen.
I say we
That
do
way it's like half truth.
Yeah, and we're running while we say it so that they can't stop us and question it. And the best thing that they can do is chase after us.
All right.
I like it. I was.
There's danger, there's smoke. See ya. Follow us, please. We're just kidding.
But also come with us.
My only
Let's
suggestion would be for you guys to kind of hide here. I could get their attention and run back, because I'm pretty sure I'm faster than they are. I could run back along the track, and then you guys could double this way, and then we could meet, going opposite ways. That's my only other idea.
Are you trying to lead them to where the danger is? I think the best thing is to be like, hey, you guys, danger that way, fix it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So maybe if you run towards where we thought the smoke was and lead them that way.
Okay. So you want me to go out in the lead? He'll kind of just stretch a little bit so that he can hit his full stride of running, and then just go running down the tracks.
Towards the... Okay.
Just heading straight for the other side, and while he's running, he's like, we saw on the screens that there was smoke. They're in danger. Jared 1 and Jared 2 are responding. Follow us if you can. And he has a 35-foot front speed, dashing at 70 feet, so he should be faster than they are, and he's just fucking hauling while he runs.
Okay.
And then it's up to you guys what you do.
All right. They see you, and they're like, what? Hey, kids, stop going the what? What? Fire? What? And they begin booking
smog,
it.
Something.
Booking
Bye.
it after you. What are you guys doing?
And he'll just run along the tracks until he sees stairs.
Should we follow behind the group, or should do you think should one of us be at the console, or is that just a waste of time?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like we all should just go personally,
Okay.
But if you want to hang tight at the console, feel free. I'm not going to tell you no.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is one of us could set up video and be like, hey, I saw this on the camera, go that way. But no, let's just go. Like you said, it has to be over there, right? You didn't see anything else coming up the other day.
There were no other.
Yeah. Okay.
I might have disregarded all being safety and went up every flight of stairs I saw.
Yeah. Big surprise.
Yep.
But not unlike what I would do. So we'll follow behind the group, I guess, at a little bit of a distance, not too far.
Okay. They definitely.
I mean, Kid's just hauling. He's just following.
They're definitely paying more attention to Milo, but yeah, they eventually, one of them turns around and goes, "Oh, there's more of you! What? Where are you going? What is happening?" Milo, you head down this way. You see up ahead of you that there is indeed a stairs which says staff only or like engineers only. Keep out right before it takes a sharp turn and continues down further.
I mean, did the stairs look like the ones we saw on the screen?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check. It was a very blurry screen, I will say this.
Alright. Character sheet. Come on. 6.
Nice.
Could be. Could not be.
Could be.
All the stairs here kind of look the same.
Maybe.
They're same stairs.
Is there smog?
You know, yeah, you do feel like you see something that looks like smog. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then he's going on up.
Okay, it is kind of dark, so it's hard to tell. You're like, it could just be the general miasma, but yes.
He'll try to... Let's see, I guess...
I hope there's not a general miasma on this ship.
Right?
So they're gonna definitely... Yeah, no, he'll pull out Riolu. I'm thinking based off of what could it be? Because like neither Clink nor Joltik use
Smog.
Right? All right.
Unless something just is on
he'll
fire,
use Lou. Lou's kind of his go-to boy right now because he needs the training. So while he's running, he'll
maybe Jared tried to kill it with fire like people do with spiders, or like a nest of Joltik.
Set the boat on fire.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And then he'll just like tear up and under the keep out sign and into the room.
All right. He's
trying to move fast enough that maybe they don't even see, and my friends can see it. I don't deal with the adults, but if they see me, then they can't stop me.
Okay, sounds good. You're too fast.
I'm the walls.
You're fast as fuck, boy. You rush into the room. At first, you don't see a lot of anything because this room is filled with a dark, black, toxic cloud of poisonous smog. And I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw, and also for Lou because he's right there behind you.
Yeah.
Good job.
But at least he's here so that, if whatever made it,
Yep.
Lou is 21.
Yeah.
Milo was an 11.
Oof. Okay. Lou takes 4 points of poison damage, and you take 4 points of poison damage, and Lou takes 2.
Okay.
Panicked there for a second, but there are 2 Lou's.
Okay.
So I take 4.
And Lou takes 2.
Lou takes 2.
And you can't see worth shit. There appear to be shapes in this smog, but it's really difficult to discern anything. Go ahead and roll me a perception with disadvantage as you're kind of coughing and trying to cover your mouth with your shirt and stuff.